Hey, 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 it's your girl Myra J. Stepter here. Now, I know that you came to this broadcast because you are interested in knowing how you can keep going when life is telling you to quit, how you can keep your foot on the gas when everything in your mind is saying that you need to be hitting the brakes, right? I know. And this is the thing I say often. For those of you that are not familiar with me, I am the Chief Smile Producer. I deal in mindset, I deal in empowerment, I deal in the things that allow you to live a life that makes you smile. Because guess what? For most of you that are looking for mindset tips, that are looking for success tips, that are looking for growth mindset formulas, for most of you, all of the things to be an entrepreneur, to reach your goals, and all of that, to have the fabulous career, you already have those tips, those tools. The issue, the disconnect, the blockage is usually what's happening here and aligning your mind and your spirit in a way that allows you to soar, that allows you to use those things and be consistent and be focused and stop the self sabotage and stop procrastinating. And so, if you're not familiar with me, then that's what I do. I help you go from knowing that you have the greatness in you to actually utilizing the tools that you have by shifting your mind, reframing your mindset, resetting the faulty programming, releasing the things that no longer serve you, and healing those areas that are keeping you stuck, stalled, and stagnant. Because what I understand is a little mindset, a little empowerment, and a whole lot of smiling will get you exactly where you want to go. So, today we're talking about how to keep your foot on the gas when your mind is telling you that it's time to quit, when your mind is telling you to hit the brakes. And I'm going to give you 5 simple tips, okay? So, first of all, for those of you that are new to me, please go out to bit.ly/empowered smiles. Join us over in the Empowered Smiles group. We're going to be talking a lot more, going more in depth on empowerment, going more in depth on mindset, going more in depth on connecting your spirituality in ways that allow you to help move forward. We'll be talking more about killing procrastination, more about how to stop the self sabotage. So, you want to be part of the group because guess what? Every day you need a little motivation, but even more than motivation, you need ways to empower yourself. So, pardon me. So, listen, five things, not three, 5 things that you can utilize in order to help you take your foot off the gas. The first thing is assess where you are truthfully. Anyone that's followed me knows that probably every time I talk, the first thing is going to be assess where you are. Guess what? If you don't know where you are, you can never figure out how to get where you're going if you don't truthfully know where you are. And usually, what happens for a lot of people is that you sit back and you say, I think I'm here, or I think this is where I am, or you lie to yourself because you don't want to really believe that you're where you are. So maybe as an entrepreneur, you are in a position where you're not making any money. Your business is not working. The things that you thought that you'd paid for are not working for you. The one thing that someone said is the ultimate way to do it is not working for you. And you don't want to necessarily admit it. Or maybe you have learned all these things and you have what I used to have, that laptop full of gold, where you've got all of these tools, all of these classes, all of these courses, all of these checklists that are in your laptop, but you are not executing anything to make your life move forward. You have all the things there, but the step by step, everyday actions, you're just not following through on. And there might be a number of reasons. It might be the mindset pitfalls. I'm always talking about the mindset pitfalls, 7 of them: anger, blame, fear, frustration, guilt, shame, regret. I'm always talking about them because any one of them can loop into the other. And as I generally say, those mindset pitfalls are seeds that take root and bear fruit. Sometimes, if you think about fear I don't tell you you can't have fear, but if you let fear take root, it's going to bear fruit in keeping you stuck, stalled, and stagnant, and it blossoms like a big old beautiful tree, but just with nasty fruit, nasty results, right? So, the first thing, assess where you are truthfully. Be honest with yourself. Where are you? Not thinking about, well, what are other people going to think about me being here? If I ask for help, are they going to judge me, feel some kind of way? Who cares? Where are you right now? Okay. Number two, determine what the real goal is. Because guess what? I spoke about GPS before. Understand, you guys, that if you are plugging something into your mapping software, your mapping app, if you don't know where you started and you don't know where you're going, how are you going to get the right directions? A lot of times you can eliminate buying a whole lot of courses and using the wrong kind of help if you just truly understood number one and number two. If you knew where you were truthfully and you knew where you were going truthfully, then some of the things that you've purchased, some of the things that you've tried to utilize, you would have known that they don't align with the direction that you're moving in or the starting point that you're beginning at. And you could have saved money, right? You could have saved money. You don't necessarily want to work with a coach that only works with taking someone from $50,000 to $100,000 if you're at $1. You need to work with someone that's a jumpstart coach, because usually someone that's teaching people at the next level, they're not that they don't know how to get you started. It's just they're moving at a different pace, and they're going to require things that maybe you don't have. If you are a beginner coach, beginner entrepreneur, beginner person setting these goals, they might be talking about investing $25,000 into your business. If you're just starting, you might need somebody that can help you invest $100 or $1,000, right? So understand where you are and where you're going so you can get the proper roadmap, okay? Number three, pay attention. You would not believe how many people try to put their lives on autopilot and not look at where you could catch so many things before they derail if you're honestly paying attention on the journey. I also say pay attention because there are lessons along the way, little nuggets, little things that you can pick up so that if you do need to redirect, if you do need to make some changes, you can do it in the moment and not 5 years down the line where now you've lost all this time, had to experience some things that you probably wouldn't have had to experience had you actually been paying attention, right? Listen, there are times when your journey requires you to yield. You'll see all kinds of yield signs and yellow lights, right? They're not stop signs and red lights. Those are two different things. So there are going to be times where you're going to feel like you want to put your foot on the brakes and stop, and it's really just a matter of it's time to slow down. And that's it. And then there are other times where you're supposed to put your foot on the brakes. You're supposed to take a hard stop, and you're steadily easing on through the intersection, and now there's about to be a crash. Now there's about to be a foul up. Now something is going to be messed up in your life. And all you had to do was stop when you were supposed to stop and go slow when you're supposed to go slow. But unfortunately, many people don't pay attention to that. And before you know it, you're moving out of alignment because you're not looking at what is really going on. So the third thing is pay attention, right? Number four, change how you speak to yourself. Yeah, change how you speak to yourself. What do I mean by that? It's not just affirmations, but those are very important. I am an affirmations queen. I love affirmations. But change how you speak to yourself. If you're not speaking your blessings, if you're not speaking your move forward, if you're not speaking that you're going to do the things that you're going to do or that you want to do, then how are you keeping that on your mind to actually make it happen? I say often, people say, oh, you speak it into existence. The reason that you speak things into existence is because as you're saying it, you're hearing it, and you're saying it and you're hearing it, and you're saying it and you're hearing it. So it's a reminder on a regular basis that you need to keep going. Understand? You need to keep going. You need to be doing things that align with whatever that goal is. But if you're not speaking that goal, if you're not saying that this is possible for you, then you're not going in that direction. And usually the mistake that is made is instead of saying, I'm going to have a great day, or I'm going to be, today I'm going to do XYZ as an entrepreneur, or I'm going to move fast, or whatever your thing is that you need to be telling yourself that's going to happen for you. Instead of saying that, instead what you're saying is, I can't do this. This is impossible. These people won't let me do XYZ. Or so and so is always in my way of da 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 da. And the things that you're speaking are actually manifesting because the only things that you're speaking are the negative. The only things that you're speaking are the blockages. So you're manifesting more blockages. So change what you're saying to yourself. If everybody around you were to say that you can't do something, it only becomes true when you begin to say that you can't do it. If everybody around you says that you can do something, guess what? It only becomes true when you believe it and say it. Because no matter what's happening around you, no matter who is saying what around you, until you're saying it to yourself, it doesn't become what you live. People can tell you, and let me tell you, everybody that's ever achieved anything has always had detractors. If anybody that has achieved anything has always had people say that's impossible, has had people say you can't do it, has had people say that's not a thing you're supposed to do. Anyone that's ever achieved anything, someone told them that it wasn't for them. The difference between them and you is they didn't choose to allow themselves to continue to believe it in a way that was going to stop them. Simple as that. So understand, you guys, don't say the things that are going to block what you do as far as you move forward. You've got to change what you say. Now, the fifth thing, you guys, there's a song. It came out. There was a movie called Biker Boys years ago. I don't even remember when it was. Years ago. Probably the early 2000s, I guess. There was a song David Ryan Harris sang called Don't Look Down in the song. And it was like a letter to the son from the father. And the chorus in the song was, don't look down, don't keep your eyes on things that are on the ground. If it gets hard to focus while you're traveling at the speed of sound, feeling nowhere bound, remember what I told you and don't you dare look down. That song gets me every time. Initially, it was just because it was like this endearing sentiment from a father to a son, but then I started saying that to myself. I started saying it to myself. And I was like, oh my God, don't look down. Don't keep your eyes on things that are on the ground. And when it gets hard to focus, when you're traveling at the speed of sound, feeling nowhere bound, remember what I told you and don't you dare look down. I mean, listen to that. Don't look down. Don't keep your eyes on things that are on the ground. And when it gets hard to focus, when you're traveling at the speed of sound, feeling nowhere bound, Remember what I told you, and don't you dare look down. And there was one part where he says, he breaks off. It's like, um, almost out of control. Burn rubber and not your soul. I mean, just like, you guys. Woo! Don't look down. If you've decided that you're going to fly, then nothing on the ground is there to help you soar. It's only there to keep you focused on what's below you, what's beneath you, what you've left. So like I said, that's not the direction you're going if you've chosen to go up. And here's a bonus. No, let's recap. Assess where you are truthfully, honestly. Be real, be serious, be brutally honest if you have to. Determine where you're going so that you can get the proper roadmap to do just that. Get where you're going. Pay attention. Yellow lights, yield signs are not the same as stop signs and red lights. And sometimes you got a clear green light, clear access to go. Pay attention. Choose to speak to yourself differently. And don't look down. And here's a bonus. In all of this process, get help. Accountability partner, coach, collaborator, support system, get help. You know what? Let me tell you something. I'm a mindset coach. Didn't I say that in the beginning? I believe I did. I'm the chief smile producer. The ultimate goal that I have is to help you produce smiles for yourself and have the permission to help others be the same thing, right? So if you need to connect with me, the links are going to be all in the description, but you can go to bit.ly/clarity with Myra J. Book a session. Let's talk. Let's get you on the right and proper road to how you need to move forward. I want you to have an empowered smile. And you guys, listen, there are some things that I say on every single time that I either get up and speak or get on a video. Smile at the person in the mirror because that gives that person permission. Let me tell you, empowerment, being empowered is just having permission. And it gives that person permission to smile at others around them and help make the world a better place. And I have made it my mission, my goal, that my smile will launch millions, but I can't do it without you. So do me a huge favor and do yourself a huge favor and make today smile worthy. I'll be back, you guys. Talk with you soon. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, like and comment. Let me know. Let me know for sure that you've decided that you're gonna take your foot off the. You're gonna keep your foot on the gas and go. Let me know that in the comments, and remember to go join us over in the Empowered Smiles Palace in the Facebook group. All right, I'll talk with you guys soon. It's been your girl, Myra J. Stepter, the Chief Smile Producer, Holistic Mindset Strategist, and Spiritual Life Coach. I look forward to connecting with you, and I'll talk with you soon. Bye now.